Hey everybody. For those of you who are here with me live, welcome, welcome, welcome. For those watching later, much appreciated. And don't forget to give me a like, pass a comment down at the bottom, do all the things, and welcome to my show. Hello, hello. Today I am working on my duck quilts. I have one pattern with one mostly done. Duck. It's funny, it looks so much cuter when I show it, when I look at it that way. Hey Mel, I'm just like, talking to myself here. Look at my little duck, how cute. I think it turned out precious. So this one is mostly done. Oh, awesome. You got to notice that I'm here. So that's my duck. But now, today, I'm not going to finish that one just yet because I feel like it needs a border. I don't know. What do you think? I should have hung it up behind me so everybody could see it. I'm gonna do that. There's no reason I can't do it now. Other than that, it might be too heavy for my little board there. I'm looking for a something to hang it with. Yeah, I've noticed that usually it takes a little while for people to notice that the live is started. So I do my little welcome for people who watch it later. So, and I also had some problems with this thing. Yeah, it might be too heavy. I don't know if it'll work. Can you see it? It's a little low. I'm getting a hanger. This is my handy dandy hanger that I use. I put things on. Welcome, welcome. We got two people hiding. What do you call them? Not stalkers. Lurkers. Welcome, people. So I had a conversation, lurkers, that's right. I had a conversation with Chat GPT today um, about these Wednesday night lives. And so I'm going to get a full name, and it even suggested a logo. Yeah, I'm falling in love with Chat GPT. I don't know if you use it, um, but I'm embracing it. I'm going all in. I'm like, okay, this is what I do on Wednesday nights on my YouTube, and I need a suggestion for a name, and so it gave me one that I like, Dish. I'm still working on that. And then it was like, would you like a logo? Okay. So I saved it as the thumbnail. I'm not completely in love with it. I'm gonna keep working on it, but it's just so cool. It's There we go. I need a name for the duck. What should we call? It's a boy, right? It's a Drake. So it's a good duck boy name. Apparently, the at the pond at one of the nursing home facilities that I went to today, it's mating season. Hey, Mom. I guess we could just call him Drake, right? Could that be his name? I'm trying to think of a name for the duck. Doesn't he look so cute? I know, right? I felt like I was like I should go away. Lily? Is that what we should name the duck? But it's a boy duck. Maybe it's a girl. Aren't all mallards, greenhead mallards or drakes? They're boys? I don't know, just a thought. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Might have to call my daddy. So I'm not gonna finish that one completely because I cut it too narrow. It's not wide enough, so I need to add a border. And I can't really decide what I want to do with the border. Leonard, I do like Leonard. Jen, do you want to join me live? I wonder why you can't catch me on your computer. So I'm gonna send Jennifer a link. You know, she used to not want to join me live when I did Wednesday nights, and I think now she's more comfortable. So maybe I can convince her to join me every Wednesday. This doing 2 days a week, the doing a Tuesday T-shirt Tuesday, and then also the Cheeky Quilter Live on Wednesdays, um, has been a lot, like more than I didn't think it was gonna be an issue at all, but apparently, my brain is like, whoa, um, she got the bug, not the duck. So twice a week might be too much. Maybe if I did like a Wednesday, Saturday or a Wednesday, Sunday, but like Tuesday, Wednesday was way too much for me. For me, I sent her the invite so she can join us if she'd like. I'm gonna have to move y'all. Do y'all see my other sign back there? I wish I could zoom in. I'm gonna go get it. Oh, you're on your computer? Is it? I mean, there's only a few people on, so it's a cross stitch and it's my favorite. I got it on Etsy, I'm sure somebody may. I have so many. So Jennifer and I, for years, have wanted to. Oh, there she is. Hey, Jen.
I thought you weren't on. I tried. Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. I was out watering my plants because I thought we weren't on tonight.
Well, sometimes I show up, sometimes I don't. But clearly, hair and makeup are not my thing today. I worked all day. I had a long day of work. They made me work like all 8 hours. That's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to split them up. And the other thing I thought about, and I hadn't talked to Jennifer about this yet, but doing the T-shirt Tuesdays, um, like maybe every other month. And now you're echoing again. Well, that's annoying. Doing the T-shirt Tuesdays. Like we did it in February, taking maybe, or we did it in March, taking a month or two off and then doing it again. And it'll improve because there's lots of things that that we wanted to do this time around that we just, it's a learning curve and the weeks come fast. Even though I planned, it was still kind of hard to keep up. So, yeah. So today what I'm working on is I'm going to put this duck into a state of Louisiana. Yeah. And so I have the pattern printed. Now I'm cutting it. So if you, and I know Jen, you didn't, you're kind of new to printing patterns. If you buy PDF patterns, I've bought quilt patterns and um just different like jacket patterns and different things. And when you print them on PDF, you have to trim the paper. And so I did that with my patterns. Um, and so I kind of knew that you had to do that. And so I made my patterns that way. And I hope that people understand what they're supposed to do. Jennifer, was it clear to you?
Um,
Like whenever you print the pattern out, you see you have
it
the
was very
dotted line right
clear.
there.
I was surprised. I was a little anxious at first, but it was easy. I did it.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of how I was at first, like the first times I purchased patterns that I had to do it. But so again, with the Cricut stuff, this is any kind of a paper slicer I use to cut the sides and the bottom and then tape it together. So that's what I'm doing. Probably I should have a top down camera again, huh? We had problems with that last week. The good news is that I figured out how to get my fancy camera. What I needed was a catch. What is it called? Uh, like a card where you plug it in, because otherwise you a capture card. Your regular camera can't turn a live video into something that's readable in the computer, so you have to buy what's called a capture card. All the things I'm learning. So I got one, and now I can use my camera, my real camera, for live streams. That's new and exciting. I can't find my tape now.
So what are we working on tonight?
The duck. So this duck in the shape of Louisiana. And so once I put it together, I will display. It's gonna be cute. It's a little bit smaller. The duck is smaller than this one. I think this one's just too big. Do okay. See the top. You hook up my camera so I can do it, and I'll show y'all what I'm doing. Probably should have done that ahead of time. So what are you guys working on tonight? Anybody want to share?
I made 2 blocks for the lotto thing tomorrow.
Oh, what's the block?
It's a star but I think I'm going to give it to you because are you going tomorrow night?
Yeah,
I'll give them to you because there are fewer people. You'll have a better chance.
I can win.
Yeah.
But if I win, I'm going to give it to you because I don't want any more quilting pro.
Okay. Good deal.
How many people go to the quilt? We're talking about our quilt guild meeting. So along with Mona's group. Oh, is that the name of her weekly? Yeah, I don't know why I'm struggling. I've never struggled with this before. There we go. My Nightbot is active. Of course, there's only a few of us on, so I don't know if. Oh, I don't even need this. Did you see on the thumbnail for this for today's um live? It's a spool that's supposed to look like a microphone.
Clever.
That's gonna be our logo for the Wednesdays. I do kind of like, Melanie, the idea of maybe a t-shirt Tuesday and then the next week having the live on Wednesday and just kind of rotating them.
I was thinking of some things we could have discussed today that we missed.
Oh, let's, shall we? Since I'm distracted with getting my setup.
I think I'm just going to start writing them down.
Oh, you don't have them? I was waiting for you to start.
Oh, no. It was just, I was thinking about the how I make the blocks larger than the actual size and then cut them down after I do the pellon, after I do the interfacing.
Yeah, I think we had talked about that on the week. Yeah. I'm a slacker tonight. I'm not muted.
I'm echoing really bad tonight.
You don't have your phone on? Is it on your phone or your computer?
On my computer. No, on my computer. You're I'm repeating because it's repeating.
Is it me? Is that better?
We'll see.
So I've noticed that when I have my phone on and my computer, that kind of messes it up because I can still hear it on my phone, even though it's like muted and off. I can still hear it, and I don't know how to fix that. But sometimes it works, and so I don't know. So I'm gonna add the workspace. Mm-mm. Look at that hot mess. This is my upside down workspace. So the funny part about every time that we try to do a live is that like it's a never ending series of um technical difficulties. I wonder, Jen, if you logged in on your phone instead of your laptop, if that would be.
But I
Oh, then
turned it
you'd have to
off.
watch it on your. Are you watching the live on your phone?
I
Okay.
closed my phone.
Oh,
No.
you would think that after I've been doing this since January that I would have gotten a few more things worked out. But honestly, I'm not that stressed out about it. Maybe you should
Progress,
be
not
stressed out.
perfection.
Yeah. All in good time. So now y'all can see better what I'm doing, even though it's upside down. So I am taking my Cricut cutter and cutting the patterns. So I have 1, 2, 3 is blank. It's just a blank page. Can y'all see okay?
It's upside down.
I know. But I guess Mom and I are having a discussion about our work being upside down. Is that better? If I do it this way?
Yes, now it's sideways. Yeah, that's good.
What's better, sideways or hot mess here? Is that easier? Oh, there
Yes.
we go. I'll sacrifice and I'll read upside down so that you guys can see. I don't know why my phone is like, wait, hold on. Let's see. Close your eyes, you're gonna get dizzy for a second. See, it just flips itself, I think. It's still, but now y'all get to see all my room. My mess, y'all. Look at this. Yeah, it didn't help.
It's a creative space.
I like that. I'll just do it upside down. I think we should market this thing as kind of like doing oh wait, that's right now. Oh, perfect. I somehow fixed it without even knowing. Oh my god, this is so awesome. Woo. This is my scrap fabric for when I made the duck behind me. For those of you who can't see it, there's a duck. So that's just a pile of confetti. Oh, that's so much better. But now I've lost it. Boop, boop. There we go. Now everybody's happy.
I
So
kind of
this
like
is the one I'm most excited about. The
I
duck.
like that the duck is large.
The bigger one. I'd rather have numbers on here because that sure would be so confused. I tried printing it out without the sidelines. Oh my god. I it was so crazy. You have company. We have people joining? Who's here? We got Jess and Melanie and Jennifer. There's a couple of lurkers out there. I can tell. Is there a way for me to tell who's on? You experienced YouTube live people? Don't forget to exclamation quilt yourself so Nightbot can show all our company what is going on. Who we have on. So I think, Jen, this one is going to be hopefully for the museum. If
Oh,
not
good.
this actual one, I'll make one for the museum. I'm gonna take my time and like do it right. I have a tendency to rush through things. I would
So
like to like
think
just
I
take
think
my
I figured
time.
out the problem for my echoing. I had several windows open. on YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
so it's not
Oh,
echoing anymore.
you would hear yeah, because it's behind, just ever so slightly.
Okay, this is much better.
What? Yay. So yeah, people, y'all have to tell me who you are and where you're from and all the deets, so that I can see who's on with me.
Have you done one of these ducks before? Did you do one last week? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Did,
it's
did
hanging
you
up
work on
behind
it?
me. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not super crazy about it. I don't necessarily love the way it turned out, but also it's too narrow. I accidentally cut um hey, from Colorado. What part of Colorado? We love Colorado. Jen and I took an epic road trip to Colorado once. We went, my son and I went from South Louisiana to Oklahoma to pick Jennifer up. Then we went through Kansas into Colorado to Fort Collins to visit friends. And then from Fort Collins, we went to through New Mexico, Four Corners, did we?
I think so.
In that area, we went south, Colorado Springs, and then somehow passed through. I know we went to Amarillo because we sang Amarillo by morning for a good 3 hours straight.
Hours, yes. Where was that Cadillac place?
Cadillac Ranches in Amarillo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Down to Austin to visit family, back to Oklahoma, and then we came home. I think we passed state lines. Every state line we passed, we took a picture, and it was like mom and I doing a hey, and then my son is in the background doing something silly. That was a fun trip.
What was that pretty park we went to? I loved it there.
Oh, it was Estes Park. I think
Westgate.
it's Colorado,
Yeah, that was
Rocky
lovely.
Mountain State Park or
Yeah,
Rocky Mountain Park.
but it's not rocky. There were so many trees. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it really is beautiful. Now my husband loves. We went riding our side by sides in Lake City, Colorado, which is more, I think, in the southern part of the state. So, Katie, what do you quilt? What do you make quilts? Do you have a channel? Katie Crafts. You know I'm nosy. I got to hear all the details. I want to know what everybody does. I'm just. You said you were in Denver. Um, I love Denver. My oldest stepdaughter lived there briefly. Yeah, it was an epic road trip. And I think Lucas was like 14 at the time. And when we went to Kansas, where did we go to? Dodge City.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's ever a tourist trap,
I love those things.
yeah. I remember there was like a one of the saloon girls was flirting with Lucas and he didn't know what to do with himself. He's quite handsome, you know. I'm thinking this is too small. I heard I was listening to a podcast today. What's her name? It's like a quilting business podcast, and she was saying that I should just pick one thing and do that one thing instead of trying to do everything. I was so offended.
That's what I do. That's the only thing I can do.
I want to do more. And so I remember, like, I've heard multiple different people say, different like podcasts, TV stuff. There's going to be always a new shiny thing, and you have to just stick to the thing, that one thing. Don't go hopping along to all the things. And but I do. I always am looking for that new thing.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
kind of like how,
you would be bored with just one thing.
well, and that's kind of why I have so many um works in progress. Because if I get bored with one, I move on. I'll come back to it later. Like I'm totally okay with not finishing a book. Are there people that like you have when you start it, you have to finish it? Not me. I can move on and be totally okay with it.
So I have a question about this raw edge technique. Is it very popular? Do lots of people do it? Is it a new thing?
Well, when I started doing it, it was out of like I just didn't like the way that the collage quilters use too many products. And so I just started kind of doing my own thing. But recently I have seen other people do very similar things. Um, I don't know how popular it is. Like if you look up collage quilts, um, that's kind of where it comes in. Oh my God, Katie, yes. Let's talk about all the different crafts we do. Painting, crocheting. I can't knit. Jennifer knits.
A little small projects.
Um, I like to do rubbings on what do you call those things? Manhole covers. Like every city I go to, I have a rubbing from their manhole covers. Well, if they're interesting. Yeah, collage quilting is a thing. I know they use there's like many different ways to do it. I just like the idea, the thought of doing a picture. Oh, so I did all my alligators, did some ducks. What what should be my next Louisiana animal? I thought of it today. I have
You,
two in mind.
you've answered your own question.
What?
You said, what should I do next?
Yeah, I did alligators and ducks. What's next?
I thought you said you thought of it today. You thought of
I
what?
did,
Okay, I don't know.
but
I
I'm
give
also
up.
asking. I have an idea. I have two things in mind.
Oh, do
Um,
tell. Do tell.
okay. So one of them is the bird on a crawfish cage.
Oh, yeah.
The other one is turtles on a log.
Oh, I see those all the time. You know
Like
that bridge near Estelwood?
the as I drive around South Louisiana for work, I'm just always looking at like what do I see? I see right now it's crawfish traps, and when the birds sit on the top of them, it's so pretty. And I do love turtles, so that's always an option. Sewer hole rub offs, leave it to me. Um, I the first time I ever saw that was in Los Angeles. A friend of a friend, we went to this person's apartment, and she had a huge rubbing over her couch of, a manhole cover in Los Angeles, and it was like really expensively. Hey, Tasha, welcome, welcome, welcome. She had this really expensive, like framed manhole cover in her apartment, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And so I've just always like wanted to do it, and finally got myself. I did some in Seattle that was really cool. I actually have one hanging right here that is, let me see. I'll show you. So there's the duck, but there's the manhole cover, which I really love. That's my favorite. I'm keeping that one for myself. So the thing about that one is all across the country, everywhere I've traveled, the manhole covers say dump no waste, drains to waterways. This one says drains to bayou. So I just thought that was so cool. Um, yeah, so that's my favorite. And there's only like a couple of them in town. And so for years I only knew of one, but then I was trying to sell it at a actually I've sold quite a few of them at a festival we go to, and the lady who works for the city, a lady who works for the city for what do you remember what department she worked in? Like drainage, the
Waterworks.
waterworks. She
Waterworks,
worked for the
yes.
waterworks. She was so excited. Every year she comes back and buys a different one. So I need to make sure I have one this year. I give her a
Do
really good deal on it because she gets so excited. I think I like half price or something. It was
you know it's the
really cool.
international festival this week?
I do.
I'm so happy we're not there.
I know. I know. Somebody asked me recently if we were going to do it. I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Um, so this is the SF 101. This piece is not big enough. These are all like my little scrap pieces. So Tasha, what have you been up to? Here we go. So the other thing I did recently when I copied this was I copied it sideways. Kind of became an issue.
Tasha's surviving. That's funny.
Oh, let me put me back up here. It's a little bit sideways, but there we go. Oh, a tech editor. That's what I need. You know what I really need is somebody just to finish my pattern. I'm really good at starting things.
Which pattern?
The Acadian flag with the little triangles. I have it mostly written, and then I kind of get overwhelmed every time I look at it. I get a little bit more overwhelmed by it, so I just never finish it. Does that happen, Tasha? Is that normal?
It happens to me. Do you have a pattern for Barry? Oh, yes, just never mind. Forget I said that. Silly me.
I've thought about using a ghostwriter, Tasha, to finish the pattern for me. Um, because it's a local quilt. Like, I don't know how much money I'm gonna make on it. I don't know if it's worth it. Are they expensive? Like, I've been writing this pattern for about a year, not consistently, on and off. I've been making the quilt for gosh, how long? 4 or 5 years now? I've made a bunch of them, but writing it down into a pattern is really hard because I just make it and it's a little bit different every time. Hey Rita, y'all can drop your links exclamation quilt and Nightbot will pick it up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am working on a duck pattern. The this was the duck, full duck, and I made a Louisiana around him. Are you gonna do Barry, Mom, or Allie?
Oh, Barry.
So Barry and Allie are the two alligators patterns that I have. Barry is vertical and Allie is horizontal. And so depending on what you want the wall hanging for, you would either make one or the other.
I'm making it for Diane and Donald, so I thought they would, if they're going to keep it, they probably don't have a whole lot of space in their office.
So you're gonna do the vertical?
Vertical, right?
Yeah, that makes more sense to me.
I was glad she saw it and liked it and commented on it because I was hoping I was going to give her one.
You hadn't told her you were doing it?
No.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. So going
He has
back to
been
your
very
Katie,
generous.
yeah, going back to your pattern dilemma, I think you should give that up, the pattern thing, because it's so complicated and you do it anyway. And like you said, it's a local thing. You've probably spent a lot of time on it anyway already.
Yes, I have. Yes, Tasha, this will be a collage quilt. I've also thought about trying to do it in foundation paper piece, which I also like. But I like to do things fast and move on because I lose my, like, I just want to move on to the next thing. And so foundation paper piece, I'd have to do the pattern, and that just feels as overwhelming as the other thing. Maybe oh, this is foot. I was like, what is that? I do like the idea too of these collage quilt patterns that I make. Hey, is it Delia? How are you? Um, I like the idea of, because these are all PDFs that I create. I could create a single worksheet about how I do the collage quilts. I don't really, the technique that I use, I call raw edge quilting because I just didn't know what else to call it. But I could do like a one page information sheet on how to do it and put that with all the, and you could just buy the pictures, the PDFs. Okay, Dave. You're welcome. So last week I started this duck where it was the full duck, and he's now behind me. He's not finished because I have to do some work to him, but this is a new one because moving on. Why finish a product?
Now, I think you discussed this in the beginning, but I was having problems hearing. Is he a greenhead?
Yes,
Oh, those are so pretty. They're pretty ducks.
they are. That's why I was gonna call him Drake.
Oh,
Yeah, Tasha, just like that. Like because I do these PDFs, like the the templates for them. I can whip those out pretty easy, but it's really the writing the pattern. But if I have a one page pattern that I don't have to rewrite. It's just a general, this is how I do it. Um, I think that would be super easy because I could get a lot more fun patterns done. Like I did the cupcake is actually for sale on my website. I did some little Easter chicks, the alligators, the ducks now. I don't know how the turtle's gonna turn out. That one's gonna be a little bit trickier. This duck was pretty easy though. And that's it.
So Rita, do you not use patterns also?
Hey Deb. Oh, I just had an idea. Everybody watch out. So this is the duck I was working on last week. It's kind of big though. I'm wondering if I take my Louisiana. This one turned out so cute. I lost some of my pieces though. So I keep this folded up Louisiana because I have a in the boot series, and so I'm always doing all kind of things in the boot. I could put this one in the boot. Oh, I would be cutting off some work that I did. I don't know about all that.
I don't think it'll fit.
Well, I like the feet, and it would cut the feet off. The other thing I've thought about doing is taking like a really sheer fabric, like a muslin, like a really light sheer fabric, and putting it over parts of it so that it kind of changes the shading, but you can see through it.
That's just complicated for some of us. For me,
So see, I'm gonna have to add a border. All my stuff's coming off. I'm gonna have to add a border because it's too narrow, and I can't decide what I want to do. I was thinking of using this fabric,
oh, I like
just
that.
making a border.
Oh, that's a fabric you just bought.
Yeah, isn't it
Oh, it
cute?
looks great.
It's
It
perfect.
is. Yes.
You think the muslin would be thin enough where you could like, if I did the Louisiana shape, the duck would be dark, and then I would do like the outside. Oh, thank you, Tasha. Like I mean, like, I love the colors. I think it just turned out so cute. I might have to try that with this one after I put the border on, do a muslin on the outside of it so the duck is like darker. But he is shedding. Look, you can see a little white spot right there that I lost some cheesecloth. Yeah, that would work. I think when they do confetti quilts, they use tulle. So I've thought about using that. I could experiment. That would be fun. I'm calling him Drake. So I think for this one though, I'm gonna use bigger pieces.
I was thinking that too, that I would like to do that one for that reason. It looks like it would lend itself to that.
I think the head looks really good. in the smaller pieces, but this brown, I never could quite get it right.
I like when you did Allie, that all
Sally,
that yellow piece that makes it, that reminds me you could do that there. The
yeah,
underbelly of Allie was just
mhm,
yellow or orange,
yeah,
and so you could do that there.
yeah. I'll do like feathery on the head, and then this is bigger pieces. I was thinking about getting some real feathers to add for the tail feathers. Hey, ask the duck cleaner. Tell them his name.
I was thinking of that. He has some. I see on his wall. He saves them. I don't know if he'd give them. I might have to borrow them.
Well, I'll pay for him. I can pay for him.
I'll tell him.
Tell everybody his name.
His name is Booger, and he's quite a character. He
So
cleans ducks and geese and all sorts of animals, things, turtles for people. That's his
that's
profession.
his profession. So hunters and locals who kill live, I was gonna say livestock. That's not right. Who hunt, animals. He'll clean them. And so in the town that Mom lives in, it's like it was famous back in the day for the duck hunting was really, really good. It's not so much anymore. But yeah, you have people whose livelihood, that's just what they do for a living. So Shelly's here. Shelly, are you going to be at the meetings tomorrow? We were just talking about it. Mom's going in the morning, and I'll be there to try to sell some of our stuff. That you could even give, not the patterns, but some of the other stuff you could give away. Do we have stuff to give away?
Well, I wasn't sure what you wanted to give away.
Other people's stuff. I'm trying to get rid of the shadow. Oh, now you can't see me. So I was trying to so for those of you who missed like the first part of our live stream, it's a hot mess. I think we've got all the technical stuff figured out by now, but if you come
Hopefully.
earlier, it's like a quilting version of Sanford and Son, quilting version of David and Son. So I melted the sand for my little clover iron. Someone who used to work for Cricket said that like if you tag them in their videos, they go and they look for stuff like that. I keep dreaming that one day I'm just gonna get a call out of the blue and they're gonna be like, "Can we please pay you?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe." Lies. I will say yes. Okay, so help me out with the colors.
Well,
So it's pressing.
his beak would be orange, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm I guess more looking for the outside of the Louisiana and the
Oh,
inside of the Louisiana.
I
They
see.
have to um yeah, because I'm gonna use the same colors here for the that I did. I think this fabric looks so good for the beak.
Yeah, yeah. Do you usually start on the outside? and
Yeah.
work in.
Mhm. I could do the light gray. Although I did sell that one Louisiana last year, the girl loved that it was black on the outside. Anybody have any thoughts on the colors?
What about that black tonal that you use? That I have a bolt of it. I love it. Do you have any?
I have some gray, some dark gray.
It's black and gray.
I used it for the accordion quilt. I generally I generally use blue for the inside of the Louisiana. I don't know why. Bye, Mel. Thank you so much for joining us. She's got another one going. Y'all have fun tonight. So I could use this for the outside and maybe even like a brown.
But you'll have brown in the duck, won't you?
Yeah. I could really just use this for his breast area. Deb, are you leaving us? Appreciate you. I think I just decided that's what I'm doing. So this will be his breast area. I'm going to use this for inside the Louisiana. Oh, yeah, I think so. You think if I use this for the breast, and I have so many browns, look, and then this tan. I almost kind of like this for his breast.
I think so
It's
too.
got swirlies like it's see how easy I changed my mind? I had
Yeah.
already decided this and then I went with that.
I like to replicate. If I find one colors that work well, I'll just do it over and over.
Ooh, I just heard, and these are their stories. Everybody knows what that's from, right? My husband's watching TV and it said, and these are their stories. A high five to anybody who can name that drama, TV drama.
I've probably seen 100 of them, but I can't.
Oh, yeah, I know you have. So that's another gray for the body. Notice how none of these are like little pieces.
I know. I hate to cut into big pieces like that for small projects.
I brought a stack of fabric in here earlier that I used. So while I was doing that live with Karina Gardner last week, which was so much fun, by the way, um, it was a truth or dare, and Andy from True Blue Quilts was on with me, and a guy from Caesar, which I always thought it was pronounced Sizer, but like the cricket cutting people, um, Karina, and there was another girl, I can't remember her name, and the question. So I took a dare, and she dared me to show the messiest part of my workspace. It was so easy. I was like,
But you weren't in
they
the
said it wasn't that
messiest.
bad. I'm like, ooh, it was.
But you weren't really in the messiest part of your
That's true. I
workspace.
was I was in the
I
wrong
have to
room.
tell. I have to tell the truth.
And I did say that on too. It wasn't Olivia that was on yes, it is SVU. You're right. And these are their stories. Or it might be just the regular Law and Order. Or is it SVU? Hold on. Is that Law and Order or SVU? It's the regular Law and Order. But y'all are awesome. That was so close. That was on the Sweet Life of a Designer on the Friday. We did a truth or dare. And of course I had to pick the dare the very first time. And then never again. Oh, from then on out it was truth. Because I was kind of chicken.
Yeah, I thought you were a bit subdued on that.
I was trying to behave.
I thought
It's
so.
Karina Gardner.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like awestruck by her, but kinda. She's like a big deal. I'm like, I have no shame in my game. I was like, I'm alive every week on YouTube showing people my hot mess. I've kind of gotten used to it now. I don't know that I remember. I saw Criminal Intent, but I love all of those.
So, Tasha, would you do a dare? She said that would be easy for her.
Yeah, I found the dares to be pretty easy. I have some water I could do on the outside.
So, I thought you'd be using a lot of little crumbs or small scraps that you had.
I will. I'm just kind of busting pieces out right now looking for what I want to use. Although this would be kind of fun to put like at the bottom,
Yeah.
like where the golf is. So Karina, I don't think she's had a channel for a while, but I don't think she was too active in it until recently. I think she's trying to push it, but it was part of the Sweet Life of a Designer Summit, which she was so gracious to allow me um to present at that summit because I don't have like normally she requires way more followers than I have. Like I'm at like not even at 600 and she just trusted that I would be professional and represent her. So I was like very, very I don't even know what word to use, appreciative that she trusted me.
So, you really are trying to behave
I was.
on
I
that.
was really trying. And then Andy was behaving. And so I was like, I didn't want to be the loud one, you know? Not in that space, at least. This. Do we have long armors in the group? I had something happen to me this week. I know, Mom, you tell me what you would have done. A a client brought me a quilt and brought me a backing and said, "You're gonna have to piece the backing." Um it was a kit and the back needed to be pieced. And so she said, "Do you mind piecing it?" And I said, "No, I don't, I don't mind. It doesn't take that long." And so I pieced it, but the kit only came with like exactly the amount of fabric for the back.
I've heard people
And
complain
actually
about that. I
it
don't buy
wasn't enough.
kits. Yeah, and I've heard complaints about that. I don't buy kits, so I don't know.
So I measured and I measured and I measured and I cut and I used like the absolute thinnest at the top when I put it on the lead bar. And when I got to the bottom, I did not have enough fabric. I
Oh,
ran out of fabric.
that's never happened to me. I don't know what I would do.
Well, fortunately, the people I bought my long arm from when I was there, she had to take a quilt off of the long arm, fix something, and put it back on so that I know it can be done. So I took it off of the long arm today.
Oh,
I'm gonna add a strip of fabric
oh
at the bottom.
Lord.
I
I can't
know.
imagine. I can't imagine. I'm real. I get nervous about that um, happening, but I don't know. I'll call you if it happens.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I just took it off today. I'm gonna sew it tomorrow and put it back on the long arm. Um,
That's
I'll
quite a
let you guys
chore.
know how it works out. But yeah, I was like, I won't piece people's quilt backs yet anymore because, whew,
Well,
that's
especially if it's
stressful.
from a kit, you know,
Yeah. And it wasn't her fault, I mean, like, she has
right?
a kit. She's like, "You mind putting it together?" Nope. And I really didn't accept that when it didn't quite work out, I should have called her.
So you've taken it off already?
Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm gonna use this color, I think.
I like that color.
I probably don't have enough to go all the way around, so I'll have to mix it with with this one, which is very different, but it'll be okay. All right, party people. I'm not gonna start working on this one tonight because I'm tired. I had a long day of work.
How nice of everyone to hang in there with us.
I know.
We have good people.
I know. I love whenever the first time I thought about doing a live, um, it was Susan, Stitched by Susan, that was like, "No, girl, do it. Just do it." She was very encouraging. And I was like, "People just watch you quilt?" And she's like, "Yeah." She said, "I have regulars. They come back every week." And I was like, "What?"
I know.
And so it's true. It's so exciting. You get to know people and you like I get excited when I see the same people coming back.
Like-minded
Yes.
people.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do next Wednesday. I'm leaving Thursday. Deb, you are so sweet. Every week. Next Thursday, I'm leaving to go visit my son in El Paso, and I am just so excited to go see my grandbaby. And I got a lot going on in May, and so we might do the T-shirt Tuesday night, and then that might be it until the following Wednesday. It is absolutely a community, and I love it. Like I knew that that happened, but I couldn't really appreciate it. I think it's kind of like people tell you, but until you hear it or feel it, yeah. So
It's pretty cool.
very cool, very cool. All right, and with that, I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody, and I'm so,
Yes.
so, so happy that you guys hang out with us the way you do. Appreciate it. And y'all have a pleasant week, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Yes,
For
good night,
it's
everyone.
going to be our last T-shirt Tuesday. So y'all join in. And if you have pictures of any of your T-shirt quilts, please, please, please,
I would
you can
love to
send
see
them to
them.
me.
Yes, I would love
Yeah,
to see
at
them.
amber@thecheekyquilters.com is my email. And I've already gotten a couple of pictures people
Oh,
sent to me,
good.
so I'm
Good,
excited.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to join us and talk about T-shirt quilts, we're open. We're going to be opening it up to have other people join us. Pictures of T-shirt quilts, and don't forget to like and leave a regular comment about how awesome we are. And y'all have a great evening.
Good
Peace.
night.